Hey everybody, Michael Snyder, California Weather Watch. Today is September 17th, and right now we're looking at the infrared satellite imagery. You can see the frontal system pushing across the state right now. We got some mountain snows, we got additional rounds of heavy precipitation, we got big waves rolling in here, and believe it or not, we have another system coming as we go on in through this upcoming week. So we'll take a look at the latest on that. Some interesting developments in the model runs here this morning on that one. So looking at the Doppler radar, you can see just now rounding Point Conception into Santa Barbara County. Ventura is next, and then eventually this will slide all the way down towards San Diego as we go through tonight. So nice rainfall here for some of the San Joaquin Valley as we speak. Some mountain snows and again multiple rounds of precipitation still ongoing across the Northern California coastline up into the Sacramento Valley. No rest for the weary, and we have another system again, like I mentioned, coming. So looking at this periods of rain here for Los Angeles National Weather Service. And just a reminder, we had a lot of rainfall here recently. So just because this system is not producing as much precipitation, it can really, trigger some of these additional mudslides and minor debris flows, especially in the burn scar areas. There's also a thunderstorm chance, and look at that snowfall above 6,000 feet, 1 to 3 inches, and perhaps as low as 5,000 feet there on Monday night, with additional snowfall coming for the transverse and some of the peninsular range as we go through the end of the week. So winter storm warning is in effect for some locations. You can see National Weather Service Las Vegas does include California in their forecast. You can see above 6,000 feet, generally 2 to 5 inches, and above 9,000 feet, 7 to 12 inches. So watch out. Dangerous snow-covered roads, portions of Nevada getting some of that snowy precipitation in the upper elevations as well. Now, looking at San Diego, also talking about that snow potential, some of the higher peaks could be getting 6+ inches out of this system. Big Bear 2 to 3, Wrightwood 1 to 2 inches there, and some of the higher terrain just outside of Palm Springs getting a little bit of coating of some snowfall, and again, more to come. So looking at that forecast today for the Sierra Nevada until 4 p.m., they're talking about 48 inches, generally above 6,000 feet. That does include Donner Pass and some of the pass areas out there, so do be careful for that. 1 to 2 feet at the highest peak, some gusty winds out there, and snow levels perhaps as low as 5,000 feet. And that is for the day today, again, ending 4 p.m. So excessive rainfall outlook here. This means that risk of rainfall exceeding flash flood guidance within 25 miles of any given point. So there is that chance here for some continued flash flood conditions across Southern California. So do be prepared for that. Don't travel if you don't have to. It's probably best not to be driving up in the higher terrain if you do not have to. Again, you could be running into some of those water covered roadways. And this is day 2 as this pushes off into western Arizona, portions of southern Nevada, and extreme southeastern California. So looking at the high resolution model, this is what we're dealing with right about now. And you can see, again, this band of precipitation pushing down across Southern California, again, bringing some moderate heavy rain at times as we go through the day today and on in through tonight. And then this one, not very quick moving, but still, it's a good thing that frontal system gets off this very saturated ground, because, that would really cause some issues. But it still continues to spin all the way through Wednesday morning for some portions of California and Nevada and Arizona as we go on into very early on Wednesday morning. Now we're going to take a look at the European, and we'll take a look at what is coming after this system. So there goes our system we're talking about now. You see the mountain snows spinning around the region here as we go through Tuesday. Then Wednesday still continues to spin. And then that next system is knocking on our door by the time we go towards Wednesday night on in through Thursday morning. We go through the day Thursday, and you can see it start to push down across Southern California. And you might think, well, this isn't producing too much precipitation, but the models have kind of been trending towards this thing stalling out towards Southern California a little bit more there. And you can kind of see that moisture spinning over the region as we go through Thursday night, all the way on and through the day Friday, continue on into Saturday, and still producing some precipitation. So we got to watch for flooding potential with that as we go through this upcoming weekend. So again, check back on that tomorrow and the following day here for the latest. Now, looking at the artificial intelligence 24-hour precipitation running total. So here we go through tomorrow morning. And again, there goes our frontal system that's ongoing right now. And then that system will be with us here through Wednesday. And then we bring the next system in there. And you can see some pretty decent amounts there, 24-hour totals. Again, got to watch out for some of those flooding concerns as we head on in towards next weekend. So no rest for the weary here. Now, this goes all the way out through the 6-day period, and you can see some of these decent amounts for some of the higher terrain. So any snow lovers in Los Angeles, San Diego, or any areas out here, you can go across the higher terrain. Probably Friday, the best day to do that. If you want to go out there and play in some of the snowfall, go out to your favorite place out there, because the next system doesn't look too bad. It's showing some decent amounts across some of the higher transverse range. And also, if I scroll all the way back, you'll see what's falling today for the Sierra Nevada, and then as we go on in towards the end of the week there as well. Again, we'll revisit this as we go over the next couple of days. Now, significant wave heights. Let's back this up, and you can see the wave action arriving as we go through the day today, tonight. Still a bit elevated on Tuesday. Get a little bit of a break there, but then the next system will be bearing down and bringing some large waves towards some of our coastal areas here as we go through the day on Thursday, and then potentially on in through Friday as well. Now, drought monitor here. So I'm going to scroll back to show you where we were as of August 5th and where we are now as of November 11th. And you can see that we've erased all of that extreme drought across Southern California. We've also erased a lot of that severe drought. We've gotten rid of that moderate drought for the San Joaquin Valley and the abnormally dry here for portions of Northern California. So definitely doing much better. And this doesn't take into account the recent storms. So this is definitely going to be improving here over the next few weeks or so. So glad to see that. And if we look at that, why is that happening? Well, there's September 17th through November 15th. And you can see many areas of California are 150, 200 or more % above normal during this time frame. So that's really helping out with these drought conditions. And again, the drought monitor didn't take into account these recent storms. It's only going to continue to improve. Now, average temperature generally above normal, but so is much of the West. I mean, look at very few areas have been below normal. You have got to pick out some of these green areas, but the vast majority have been above normal over the last couple of months. So yeah, check out the Patreon page. Check back again tomorrow. We'll see what that next system is going to bring and see how the models trend. Hopefully you guys are having a good day, and I will catch you guys in the next forecast.